my family? I'm at Carwell Playground, of course. Got a couple OGs with us today. Paul Patterson, Abdul, two young brothers, Eric, Marcus.
What's up, baby?
Now I want to start like this. I was talking to this old head the other day, and he told me that before my time, the holler, the bottom of here, and top of Flagler, everybody couldn't go and just go into each of the neighborhoods. You would get your ass whooped. Was that true?
Very true.
Word?
Hey, shit. Once you went up the hill, that was a certain part of the area that you could go to, but we weren't supposed to mess with them women. If they came down here, came down the bottom of the hill, tried to mess with our women, won't let them have it.
So what's this big thing about the holler though? Because I heard...
Oh, the holler was the spot.
Okay.
The holler was the spot. We had the two bars, ticket, pop, whatever way you want to classify it. But this is where all the action at.
So everybody hung out down here.
That's right. Everybody and your mama and daddy hung out down here. It was neutral ground. Because they had their bar up on the hill. We could go up there, but wasn't nothing really happening up there. They tried to be a little bit bourgeois up there.
Oh, okay.
Because look, you ain't lived till you black on Saturday night. And they came down here to live.
Okay.
Anything else you need to know?
Yeah, I mean, let me ask you this. I gotta ask y'all this. What was the pride? What was y'all proud of being black back then?
Oh, say it loud. We still black and we proud.
Right on.
Okay? And the thing is, we weren't bound down for nobody. And white folks knew how far to come. It was to the point where if they came through here and got stopped in traffic, they was hitting their locks or hitting them with their hand before it was power locks. Or we would be going to walk the block, going to hang out and be ourselves. But they were scared to death. But you know what? We weren't scared of them.
Right.
It's a strength in numbers.
Right on.
And just as strong as a weakness. There wasn't nobody weak, so we was all strong.
So to talk to me about the talent back then. Before we get into sports, talk to me about the musicians, the singers, the dancers, the group. Talk to me about the Majestics, Shades of Brown.
You was talking about talent?
The Soul Tour. Yeah. You know what? I heard so much about my cousin Scooter. I didn't know. I know he sung and danced, but I know he boxed, played football, basketball.
All-around athlete.
Talk to me about those guys back then.
But Scooter was all-around athlete. There was nothing that he couldn't do. He could swim. I mean, he could play everything. You get that swimming pool behind you. And then a little house back here behind you. And the pool's only like maybe 3.5 feet to 4 feet deep. They could get on top of that building out here and dive in there without skinning themselves up. We had a few that were skinning themselves up. But Scooter didn't skin himself up.
It's funny you say that, because when we was coming up in the late 70s, early 80s, when we was kids, it'd be summertime, real hot, a million cats outside, be 2 in the morning. We take our clothes off and our underwear and jump in the pool. Did y'all do that?
Of course. We had no fence around the pool. It wasn't no walking to jump in. Nothing. And going back, like you said, to talent, every black person back then had talent. Because we all participated in everything that you could possibly imagine. We had creativity. That's it. If you had creativity. Couldn't sing so good, the old heads would teach you how to sing a little bit.
So the old heads, the old heads actually took time to teach y'all how to sing?
Oh, of course. They was in our lives. They helped raise us. Yeah. Because our parents had to work. They had to work to provide. And the thing is, the old heads, men, the young women, they see you out here. If you went home at a certain time, they be ready to beat your butt. Or you tell you, I'm going to tell you, Mom, you ain't supposed to be down there. Or your language. Or that's your mouth. You better not come. You better address everybody as Mr. or Mrs. But as far as talent, everybody had talent. Everybody had talent. Everybody I don't care if he was a wino, you had that. Cause we knew the wino.
Right.
No winos could sing, dance, draw,
anything.
or give us a dab. They were just talented.
And they're talking about nowadays, you should be able to do 3 or 4 things. Multifunctional. Before the word was even thought about, we were multifunctional then.
Right, that's right.
Okay?
Right.
And the thing is, you ain't got to put a big name on it. The thing is, it was named natural to us.
It was natural.
Because of who we are. You understand this?
No doubt, no doubt.
Don't let me have to
They feel confident. They say, oh, you gonna do that? You know what, you can't do that. You can do that, and you gonna try it. Next thing you know, you're gonna be the best at it.
And if you lost confidence in yourself, then you put confidence
Right back into you, yeah?
So you
That's all right.
That's the truth.
That's all right.
Come on, Kurt.
Is that what's missing today?
Oh, there's no,
I remember, but it's put it like this. People don't take the time to deal with it. They don't take time. Everybody is plugged up. Headphones. This is that. Shit like inverted.
today, creativity is missing. Because the devil got television, this vision, these boxes and all these other junk, all the mechanical stuff, so these kids don't do nothing. That's why they ain't operating. They be playing on computers and all that kind of stuff.
To each other. Like I said, they're introverts, even though they walk the streets, they're like zombies. You have to take the earplugs out your head. Stay off that phone. Stay off that keyboard. In order to meet people, you have to interact with them.
This was the spot right here, break up for young people. I mean, you go up, you can wait to get down the playground.
Keep talking.
Right? We had to grow up. And we grew up here where this is being shot film, whatever way you want. Bottom line. Let's show that down. Show the down to these people here. That's it. Lot of down. This is people gotta take time and guide. It's called guidance. Nothing fancy. It's called guidance.
And you got a chance to know everybody. So you was out with them, you know what I mean?
That's it. We didn't have
no age group or nothing like that. There was no age group set on it. Everybody hung out, you know what I mean?
That's it.
The young and old alike, they was hanging out.
And whoever sees this man helped raise me. He taught me the ins and outs of life.
Right.
I come from a single home, as far as parent-wise. But the thing is, when you had a single parent, the people who were around the neighborhood you grew up with, they took up the slack.
Yeah, man, they helped
showed
raise
you the
you.
way to go.
Same with me. Somebody taught me the same thing.
That's
So all we do is kept passing it on, passing it on. So now, I don't know what's going on here now.
The thing is, in order to have knowledge, you have to give some of it away in order to keep it. That's it. But people are so self-centered and stingy about what they have, they don't want to give it away because they think they're going to lose something. Don't never forget, you have to remember your past.
Right on.
You have to remember your past so you don't make the same mistakes in the future. And if you can do that and prevent a younger man, a young woman from making the same mistakes, give up that knowledge because it don't take but a minute or two to do it. You ain't losing nothing. If anything, you might learn something because there's no age barrier on learning.
How'd y'all deal with the racism back then? And all the class warfare?
We were so much into ourselves. I mean, racism, it was racism, was big, but it didn't hit us like that down here, because it was, like he said, we was always together doing things, you know what I mean? Very true. It was just we didn't worry, but racism didn't scare us. You know, it wasn't like a great big part of our lives, because we were interacting with each other. And we didn't have to do most of the things we needed. We didn't have to go outside our community. They go right down the hollow. You know what I mean?
And we had white people who grew up around here, but the thing is, they didn't even know racism.
No.
Because they came from the same place we came from, and we all learned to coexist together. Yeah. Point blank.
The whites that lived down here, they was cool with us. So we was cool with that.
That's it.
We have one family down here in particular. One family down here, the man had 10 daughters and 1 son.
Yes.
All of them, all they knew was black. people.
And that's all they matter.
And all they knew when they became adults, all them white girls, those white girls were with a black man. And that's all they knew was a black man.
And they knew about eating collard greens, fried
And they
chicken.
knew the respect that they could get from a black man. So they got a chance to really see a black man and a black family. You know? They was right there with them.
Real.
My neighbor was white, Italian.
That's it.
When the mom and pop had like a disagreement, my mother and father go next door, send the kids over the house, they go and spend the night the next night. So their mom and pop got it back together. They ate more Italian food like they ate soul food.
They know it's the same
We
way.
share just like we share the same bag. You know what I mean?
We had an Italian family that lived up the hill from us, the Rolio. We was up there with them just as much as the kids was down there with us.
I remember them, the Rolio.
I ain't know nothing about no lasagna, all those kind of things, but we coexisted, we shared. And ain't nobody.
You can never say any white family that grew up down here, they would say, no, black people down here, black people ain't prejudiced, because we are not racist.
And you never heard, and I'm gonna say,
because it can keep you from
ain't
doing
nobody
a lot of
nobody
things.
no nigga. They ain't never came out their face with no nigga.
We didn't call each other niggas.
We ain't calling each other niggas.
You didn't say that
That's
shit.
it. It was my brother. What's up, my brother? What's up, sister? And this before that came popular. That's how it was.
So what's this thing now about black people, you know, that came up behind y'all like my age, and you know, they that just don't want to do nothing to help change the condition that's keeping us from empowering ourselves. What's that about?
As fast as we became black people, our people started becoming Negroes again. You know what I mean?
That's it.
I can just like that. It's called divide and conquer. So today today's a separation from the black people and the Negroes. There's a separation there. There is a separation there. I think you come talking about some bad things about black people and what they're going through and what we're supposed to be trying to do together. The Negroes say, oh man, here you come talking that black shit. You come talking that black stuff. Hey, it's not crazy that bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's true. It would say us now, I'm black and I'm brown. That boredom to become some human beings, become the people, become people. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, it just didn't start with you. It might not been as rampant as it is when you grew up, but it was still a divided part of life when we were growing up. Like I said, this man's a little bit older than us. Back then, you get a black man or a black woman get a good position in a good corporation of some sort. You get a job where they work. You might start to excel faster than what they think you should, and that black person will be scared that you're about taking what they have instead of helping you get stronger and move along. They will do something to get rid of you.
Well, now I'm gonna ask y'all about that, because I know there was some back then, and like now, there were black folks that were in a position where they can help our community, but they won't do it.
Well, we did have people like that, you know what I mean? Who was just like that. But when I told you to sit down and think about it, there were a lot of older blacks who were great for us, because a lot of them the ones own the stores and businesses.
Yeah.
They were always hiring black from the neighborhood, sisters from the neighborhood to come work in the store. Like the Covington. The Covington owned 3 or 4 garbage trucks. He hired black people, you know what I mean? The Iceman.
Yes, but Mr. Ritchie had one of the only grocery stores down here. They had the Iceman, Freddie Moss, who would have just black people who worked for him. Yes, Mr. Booker T. Freeman, he would hire black people to work for him. But don't get it twisted. The thing is, if a white person came in there, and if they were qualified to do the job, they would let them work. But a lot of people came from outside of the community that was of the Caucasian persuasion, and once they seen the amount of blacks who lived here, they would be scared off and they didn't want to stay. So it had to be where we had to be together, and it was good that it stayed that way.
Yeah, the men are all one family.
That's it.
All one family.
Because I was
The
told.
churches in town, they were united. I say united. When they had a event going on, everybody was invited.
That's right.
We used to go to trip on bus rides to Coney Island and Rye Beach. All the
Or the
black churches,
museums.
everybody was good.
Yes.
The buses used to be parked from Martin Luther King Avenue all the way around to Cole Avenue.
Yes.
All the way around. And you in the town, in the community, it was like a ghost town because everybody went. When they had some people like Mahalia Jackson or the blind boys come to Morristown to sing in the church, everybody was invited. Everybody was participating. When they had something going on in the playground, it wasn't no one church, it was all the churches.
Came together.
No matter what they did it in a unified way.
That's it.
So why the churches won't do them now? Won't do that now?
Now it's a big business. Churches is a corporation now.
Yes, it is.
It's not about praying to they might pray, but to me, it's not honesty. It's about how good you look when you walk in there. And the thing is, it shouldn't be about what you have on. It should be about what's in your heart.
Right.
Straight and foremost.
It's a
It should
business.
be that way. But when
It's a business.
you start putting big money into certain things, that's why all our churches is divided right now. And we're talking about a radius of no more than a half a mile of being between one and each other, and in certain times it's less than that. But the thing is, if I was to walk into one of them churches on a Sunday with what I have on now, they'll frown down upon me. They wouldn't, because I don't have a suit and tie on, not wanting to know how I feel about Jesus Christ. And I feel like that is totally wrong, because I might not be able to afford that suit and tie and them fancy shoes. But my heart might be in the right place, but I'll still be frowned upon. And it's going on every Sunday. A lot of people want to go to these churches, but they're ashamed because they can't look good. And when you start judging people's heart and souls by what outfit they have on, something's definitely wrong. Big time. I ain't got no more to say on this subject because I'm really starting getting crazy.
Right on, I feel you. All right, talk to me about when I remember the Nation of Islam in the Holler. Who was in that mosque in the Holler back then? What was that, the 60s or the 70s? What was that?
Late 70s, the majority of the people around the
James Pinkman.
Yes.
One of started it here.
That's it, Eddie's cousin.
Jimmy,
Yes. And the man who's making this documentary, his uncle, he brought the nation in here. Yeah. I never forget, on every Saturday, straight from Route 2 they would have the food come in here, and everybody would be happy. We would have the brothers come down here with the papers, with products, everything. Everything. And they was bringing wisdom. They wasn't just feeding us with fish. They was feeding us with knowledge. And the thing is, a lot of people wouldn't want to get into it. They felt it was a threat because of the propaganda that the white man put out there about these people are just about being revolutionaries, or they going to start some kind of holy war. But the thing is, they felt that way because he never gave it a chance to even learn, but to learn by what it was about. But it was great, and like I said, the man shooting the video, the brother sitting next to me, their uncle brought them here, and wished to the day that they was able to still have stayed there.
Right.
But due to certain political things that happened, and certain blacks who wanted to be more than what they were, it didn't last for so long.
Plus, you know, we always depend on Matt. Whatever Matt can say, that's how it goes. That's how it is. Whatever Matt can say, and today, man, you're more slaves today than they ever been. Because I'm talking about the mental slave, the spiritual slave. That's a slave.
Not the physical, like he said, mentally and inside. When you are taken over that way, you're a puppet.
Right.
You're a puppet. Because you're going to go along with whatever that man says. You're going to be a yes man. It's okay. Knowing deep down inside it ain't right, you still going to say, yes sir, this is okay with me. Knowing it, he full of shit. Excuse my English, but that's it. But
Them old ministers, they was fine.
They enlightened.
They was rough.
They was
Because they not only did a service in the churches, they came out in the park with
They
us.
would come down here.
Play ball, horseshoes, basketball, run, do everything with the kids. And so they would come to the house, meet the parents, talk with the parents, they socialize.
If people were sick, they bring food to the house.
Yes, they did.
Besides that, as the director that said earlier about the holler, it was the ministers would go back there and spread the word to the homeless and the ones as we would call winos.
Yeah.
They sit back there and drink wine too. They thought they was no better. Hell, you
Right
had
on.
only community
Right on,
wine.
right on, no
So
doubt.
instead of putting it in that little fancy cup, they tipped the bottle up too in the brown paper bag.
Right on.
And it was the truth. I ain't got no reason to lie.
Right on.
I
Right
done
on.
seen it.
Right on.
And you know what? Done tipped the bottle up along with him too.
I know that's right.
And won no age.
Right. But let me ask you this now. How important was knowledge itself when y'all was coming up?
Oh, it's very important because
To know your history and what's going on.
that made us feel so proud to know when James Brown came with that song saying loud, I'm black and I'm
That's it.
man, we started wearing the afro,
That opened the door.
Tiki, the beads,
That's
we started getting the books and learning about ourselves.
But we had to
The
do
first
it on
teacher
our
was,
own.
the first teacher was the Nation of Islam, because they came down with the paper,
That's
a
it.
black newspaper. You know what I mean?
That's another thing. I heard about several black newspapers back then. There was several black newspapers back
Called
then.
the Caribbean News.
We had different ones, but I'm gonna tell you, it's been so long, and they cut it off so fast. I can't remember the exact names of these things.
A lot of us can't remember the name of them.
You have to realize the political situation back then in this small town was very strong. They would let things happen, but only to a certain extent and to a certain amount of time before they would shut it down. And I can't elaborate on it no more on the names and everything, but when it comes down to the history, we was taught, they're not in school, they taught us about the white man. That's it. We were taught white history. Once in a while, they might mention Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, those things, but not in a great way. Cheering. But we had to learn on our own. We would get together as we're sitting out here now and share knowledge amongst one another.
Right.
And then we would have to go to like North New Jersey to certain black bookshops to get books on our own people in order to learn.
Let me ask you this, because just recently, a kid in Queens in New York was told by his teacher that he couldn't do a report on Malcolm X. And I hear the rumors about them trying to change the name of Malcolm X Shabazz and North to the Shaquille O'Neal Academy. Now, what is this obsession that America has with Malcolm? They do not want this generation to have no association with Malcolm X. They are still obsessed with Malcolm. Why are they so afraid of Malcolm?
You answered the question yourself. They still scared. Basically, the thing is, when it was not fashionable to buck the system, he bucked it and basically told them to kiss my ass. Okay? And that's it. So when Kennedy got assassinated, he told them, as the chickens came home to roost.
Right.
Because what you do in the dark will definitely come out in the light. And his father was one of the biggest bootleggers going to establish all that money that they got to run his campaign. And don't forget the mafia had something to do with him winning. But when it came to Malcolm X, when Martin Luther King, he was about the peaceful way of doing things. Malcolm X said, the ballot or the bullet, now it's up to you. It's up to you.
The ballot don't work, what we gonna do next, right?
Look, you figure it out yourself. You figured out yourself. And he would not bow down. I ain't cutting you off, brother, but he would not bow down to what the white man had to say.
That's right.
That's it right there.
And not only that, even when Malcolm X said the ballot or the bullet, there were black leaders. I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it like it was. Elijah Muhammad even came off on Malcolm X instead of sitting Malcolm down because somebody told Elijah Muhammad, man, dude, he can't be saying that. He can't be saying that. And they wouldn't. Elijah Muhammad instead of sitting down. You know what I mean? He was a teacher of Malcolm X.
Elijah came all the way from
Y'all talking about them headphones. You don't even fucking
That's what I said. Them headphones keep people out of tune which they want. This is like I said, you can't learn when you're plugged up and you're listening to something that you don't need to be listening
here.
to. Anyway.
Kurt, no, you get behind here.
Yeah, but so I mean, it's like Malcolm. what is it? The people. Martin Luther King. The same thing happened to him. We said was against the war in Vietnam. Somebody called him the Douglas supposed to be his buddy. And Coleman said, no, he can't be saying talking like that. You know, talking against this war. Those black guys started talking about against him. The same one that was Jesse Jackson and them jokers. They start talking against Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Even today, the only speech they're talking about today is "I had a dream." You know what I mean? They ain't talking about none of Martin Luther King's other speeches. They talking about the "I had a dream" speech. That's the only one they'll allow for them to do. When they have Martin Luther King Day in Morristown, the only speech they talk about Martin Luther King at that Calvary Baptist Church is "I had a dream." You know what I mean? They still want to get in the bed with the devil. They still want to get in the bed with our enemy. Today, and I tell teach our kids to do the same thing, that everything is all right. You know what I mean?
And it ain't that way.
It ain't nothing all right. Nothing's all right.
Because when I was a young buck and Malcolm was still alive, I was about Malcolm because I wasn't about walking with my arms latched on somebody else or somebody gonna spray water and
Call me a nigga?
And call me a
Put a
nigga.
hose on me?
You know
I'm gonna put you to march. I'm gonna carry me a weapon too.
I'ma act like I'm crippled with a stick. And when something jump off, they gonna meet that stick. That's it.
They say in the church, eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
I know, that's it.
That's why I'm gonna be just that. That's how I would've went to the room.
Vote for me and I'll set you free.
They told me to eyes one. They told me to eyes one. So do every time I say ain't no way.
I know to this day
Yes, sir.
that some people still, even my age, take issue with Malcolm because they're still members or followers of Nation of Islam. And I'm like this. Regardless, that don't mean we can't all still work together. We can have differences on what happened and how that happened, but we can still work together. But I will say this. To this day, Malcolm X's spirit is haunting the hell out of everybody that crossed him. His spirit is haunting them because them young gangbangers everybody call so violent, don't want to listen to nobody, don't hear nobody. That's Malcolm's spirit.
Of course.
That's what that is.
Of course.
You can.
Of course.
They're coming from the same place he come from.
Now they haven't channeled it properly.
But
They destructive, but that's Malcolm's spirit right there.
But just be a little patient.
Malcolm said, a generation gonna come. And y'all don't stop this bullshit. This hypocritical, this dumb shit. A generation gonna come. It's gonna be so violent, angry, will nobody be able to control them. So if you alive when it happened, if you participate in this dumb shit now, when that happens, you deal with it.
Yeah, be prepared.
That's true.
Be prepared.
And like all young generations, they're gonna get it right.
That's it.
Damn right.
It takes time for everything. Where they might be challenging, well, you know what I'm saying? If they're putting their energy into a negative, it'll come around because it's gonna be one, as they say, a child will lead eventually. There's gonna be one who's gonna say, hey, we're doing this the wrong way. Let's do this the right way.
I mean, no.
Being negative, let's be positive.
All of our real leaders said it. The leadership that we need, the people that's going to lead us to liberation one day, we're going to come out them prisons and them streets. But if you got a problem with them, you way off.
That's it right
You
there.
don't even know what the hell you doing.
That's it right there.
Well, it just shows you one thing too, that the devil's slave master, he still has the ear of our people, because
Right.
whatever he says, that's what they go along with. They get I'm gonna call them black Muslims, because we ain't them pale Muslims. Them pale Muslims, just what they is, a bunch of animals too. You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
Just like them so-called people, those Caucasians call themselves Christians, they're a bunch of animals too. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody can be no Christian or no Muslim or Hindu or anything unless they're a black man, because they're gonna practice it. But the rest of them, they say one thing, but they do another. That's how they always
Yeah,
been.
because they've been
I mean, the devil's a devil. You can't get him out. It was a devil then, it's a devil right now. It ain't changed.
That's it.
He's a
You're
devil.
always gonna have bad, and you're always gonna have
He began as a devil, he's gonna end up as a devil.
Look, we learned about them trying to beat us into submission. When we didn't bow down to them, they killed us. But they always been bloodthirsty, killing ass individuals. Because if you got something
that's their
they
nature.
want, they first they're gonna try to buy it from you. And if that don't work, they gonna find your ass mysteriously dead somewhere and take it.
That's in their book. You know, in their book. The beast, you know what I mean?
That's it.
What they call in the book, a beast, you know what I mean?
Cause I know this conversation about Malcolm, wherever I go, it just keep coming up. It keeps coming up, and it's just because Malcolm's spirit is haunting motherfuckers.
Look,
that's what it is.
Everybody you see that is black on the street, and it is in the household, it's in the prison system, it's everywhere.
Everywhere I go, his name just keep coming up, yo.
Period. That's the bottom line.
Well, he ain't gonna never die, so.
In body, he might be gone. But in spirit, he will always be.
Okay, that's who raised me up.
It's going on Instagram. I'm like, how fucking ghetto is this? This nigga ain't even got a stand.
That's who raised me up, Malcolm X. You know?
Yeah, I know.
All the brothers my age, and sisters my age, man, we was all Malcolm X followers. You know what I mean?
Right on.
When you want to hear that old soft stuff, turn the other cheek.
I want to turn the shit.
I duck up on the top of my head.
I hit you in the cheek. Shit. I ain't turning nothing.
And let my chick let you hit me?
Hold
you
on.
crazy?
Hold on for a minute.
Just
like he said, he grew up on Malcolm. He older than me. So he grew up, he brought it to me. And I done passed it on. So like I said, you got to give away the knowledge in order to keep it.
Right, no doubt. No doubt. It's just that you hear a lot of, even
we came off a block just like Malcolm X came off the block.
Right,
that's
right. That's the whole point.
I done sold drugs.
I'm about to get started. I gotta remember I'm interviewing. I'm about to get started. Yeah. I swear, I was just on, whose YouTube channel was I on the other night? They was going at it about Malcolm. The same state I showed you.
Malcolm told us who the devil was, who he was. He ain't no ghost. He ain't under no ground.
No streets with you.
He said that cracker, that same one that you confront every day.
When you go and wash to the sisters, he tell them, the clothes you wash, that's the devil. The man you work for, he's the devil. Do I need to say any more?
The same one with that white robe on, call himself the Ku Klux Klan, that's the same one. Ain't no difference, son. He got many disguises, but he just one. The devil is the devil. That's all to it. He's the devil. You ask him about his real name. That's the devil. That's it. Shaitan, you know what I mean? That's who he is. The devil is the devil.
That's it. He ain't have to dress up just on Halloween. He come at you every day. Suit and tie, sweatpants, whatever, but he's still a guy.
If you would have asked the majority of these people in the kids in the playground who the devil is, they couldn't even tell you who he is. You know that?
Right.
They couldn't tell you who he is because they ain't been taught. They ain't been taught the truth. You know what I mean? But the devil taught them. You know what I mean? So we say, oh, he the devil. They shy up off of it. You know what I mean? They say act a little funny with you.
Yeah, especially around here.
Well, you said before, had you learned? Now, I should have taught me. It's time for some of these other brothers to start teaching the other generation.
Right on.
They need to learn
because you know what?
They're so lost.
You know, they are lost. You could be lost, but you could be found too.
Yeah.
But it takes somebody to tell them.
But the final quote was called lost and found.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to say. You know what I mean?
That's it. Because I've been lost, but I found the right way to do things. I'm not the best, and I am not the worst.
Talk to me about an article I read in '68 when the original Black Panther Party came up here and wanted to set up an office. I listened. I read a.
He said that came up here. That was here, bro.
Okay. But listen, I read an article. Well, the captain from I think it was from the North chapter of Patterson somewhere, he was coming here and got lost in Hanover.
And ended up.
And went to get directions, and somebody shot at him. And they said, them jokers got up that car and all that black oil started letting them bullets fly.
Oh, yeah. They tried to take you.
I said, well, how the hell did I miss this article? Yeah.
Look, the thing is because they didn't want you to know about that article. And when they came here,
that's where you found it at. The library.
Right. The thing is, when they came here, it was like a breath of fresh air because we read about it because it originated in Oakland before it even went to New York. When they opened their first chapter in New York, then it started spreading on the East Coast. And when it got to North, I guess they said there's a lot of black people in Morristown. Let's go up there. And when them brothers rolled up in here with them leather berets on and the pants and everything, everybody was like,
longer than leather. Mr. Osborne was the first guy to really, he joined it quick. He put a beret on, he put that black and green on. He sure did, Mr. Osborne. But you doing both of them.
Them white people were scared to even go to the store. They just knew it was going to be a revolution. They just knew it was going to be a revolution. He ain't come up here doing anything wrong. But the white folks started playing with them and whatnot. And they said, look, y'all come here if y'all want.
Yeah, they got
heat. So y'all got heat.
They kept that shit a secret. Because when I read the shit,
the Black Panthers in Morristown were from Morristown.
Right.
You just like that. We grew up with all the brothers and them sisters that was in the Panther Party.
Who was that?
Friends and family.
Who was that?
Not be spoken.
Okay.
That should not be spoken. Even this late of time.
We know them by name.
We know.
What I mean?
But the thing is,
but they are
you never know what they might have did in their past that might be able to come back and haunt them in the present.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest about that.
And they were family members.
And the thing is,
your family members too.
I know. There's things that happen around here that they still haven't figured out who did and why it was done.
Yeah.
But the thing is, white man was scared to death. Scared to death. When I said that they were scared to come through here, go anywhere that was close to a black area, I'm telling you the truth. And it was all new to me. I couldn't wait to get down there to see him. I was like, I'm gonna see these jokers. I got black as hell with my yellow ass.
But they were well disciplined.
Yes,
and they were
like an army.
They were soldiers.
And nowadays they're talking about, he a true soldier. Oh no, you're not. These was real soldiers. They were real soldiers.
Talk to me about when Asada Shakur, a.k.a. Joanne Chesapeake, was locked up uptown.
Oh, man, we took a bunch of bus, went up there near the jailhouse.
We was up there to free Joanne.
Yeah, free Joanne. Throwing the black power.
And we had our colors, had the red, black, and green flag. We had the little wooden car just around the neck and everything.
We all went up there. Yeah, man, we was right with it.
And I'm glad she free.
And she came to the window and gave it the black power.
Yeah, and that just rounded up the whole, everybody hollers. You gotta realize we weren't used to having no big time celebrity like that. She was a celebrity to us.
And she was for the black people,
But she was one of the most wanted individuals to them.
Yeah.
You know?
To this day.
I'm speaking of the white race.
Them devils.
Yeah. There we go. Hell yeah, we was happy. Anything like that happened here, shit. They had no much support. A lot of black folk here. And we was right there, and they was ready to bust up us inside the head.
We had our own neighborhood, man. We had a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood.
And
it was just us.
You know what I mean?
For the whites that lived down here, they was cool with us too. You know what I mean?
They was up there. They had no blacks up, but they was out. And you know, we would tell them, if anything happens, we got shit. Don't worry about it.
You ain't nobody gonna mind. Ain't nobody gonna man from my neighborhood.
That's it. That's all it took.
They was down here. You better not put your hands on. Not only that, they will fight you. They fight you like we fight you.
They had the nerve that if something happened, they be talking about them white motherfuckers in here. They
them white motherfuckers down there can kick them ass. They would say them white motherfuckers go fight. Yeah, they go fight.
And all the ass whoopings they took down here, all the ass whoopings they took from all these black people, they said, the hell with this, I'm gonna start fighting back. But what happened? They gave more respect.
Gave them respect. And they can hang out with us, join the little game and everything. They was all down with it. We had them black bands on our own. They had black bands on their own. We used to have kind of things on their head. Kind of
shit bands on their head. We had all it. When I said we was black, we was black. Yeah, man. That's it.
We were so proud, man. We was proud.
Proud as hell.
And we was peace with each other, man.
That's it.
We had peace with each other.
And like I said, after a certain hour, you let a car come through here, we ain't know. Understand? Back in the day, after a certain hour, a car come through here, we ain't know.
It was in trouble.
Oh, where you from? What you doing here? Yeah, what you doing here? Oh, I'm just going through, you don't normally come through here at this time. You're up your butt, turn back around.
Send them back out of here.
Yeah, send them right out of here.
Don't come down here.
Don't come back down here no more.
And don't let us be feeling ugly that day. Just I'm going to somebody black.
I know they lock somebody ass up.
Let somebody shouldn't be up
to
there.
take that aggression out on somebody.
Take it out on that.
Yeah. Tear their ass right up, bust the car up, tear their ass up, and leave them right there. We would kill them.
We ain't never run.
Stay right here.
I give credit for one thing. We ain't never run. Never run.
You might make it from here to there. Because if you get there, there'd be 100 goddamn black people. But not that many. But you weren't making that turn. You weren't making that goddamn turn. Your ass was caught.
Now, I do remember Bottle Night.
Tear the police car.
Oh man, I remember that.
I knew you would tell that on the
I remember. You ain't gotta tell it. I'll tell it. I remember police cars getting towed out of here because we done took the windows out, popped all the tires, took the shotgun out the goddamn car. Man, I seen so many police cars getting towed out of here, man.
Only because they was racist.
That's right.
If they would have been cool with us, would been no police, they could have got out and talked with us.
But you know what? We had some white cops that was cool. That was
from Morristown.
Yeah,
they were Morristown cops.
They was Morristown police officers.
So we grew up with them. You know what I mean?
Yes,
we went to school with them, so that was cool. But them other duckers coming out of bring them on.
They bring them real white cops down
like
there.
Well,
we would drink wine and go get rocks, some big rocks off the train track, and wait for them to come through here. And we called it rocking the cop.
Yeah.
And when I say rocking, I don't mean the show.
I remember. I remember out here playing football with my boys, and the older cat just say, "Get him!" And you just see bottles of rocks coming from everywhere. And we just join in. I remember that shit.
Then you break camp because this was our territory.
What they was doing, all the guys taught us how to do that. What they were teaching us not to be afraid of that.
Right.
The group I was with, the older guys said, look, don't run. You do what you gotta go do and stay right there. Don't go nowhere. And if more cars right down here, we would stay right there, man. We wouldn't go nowhere.
Right. And put it like this. If you ran, you would be in real serious trouble.
Get with us.
You have to deal with the rest of them.
You live down here, yeah.
They'd be like, kick your ass. What the hell you run for? I said not run. So you have to stand your ground. Yeah. And better have a bottle because it'd be like, you ain't got no bottle, find a boy a bottle. And when they start raining bottles down on them, you be right along with them.
And not only did it wouldn't be nobody just standing around watching. They all got involved, you know what I mean?
Right.
We had each other's back. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And the fathers and the uncles and all them old guys, they always had our back.
Yeah, well, they done been down to the famous bars. They have toe up.
Yeah,
so they come up here. Yeah.
Bucket of blood.
They come down here, they fighting right along with us and throwing bottles. And like I said, dare you to move. Dare you to go anywhere. Shit.
We have peace in our community, man.
We made our own peace. We was our own police force.
We go fishing.
That's it. We did everything. We wasn't always wrestling. We had
swimming. We did everything, man. Build forts in the woods.
Yeah. Ice forts in the snow.
Ice skating.
Yeah.
Everybody. We did everything to get
we taught ourselves. Ain't nobody teach us how to ice skate. Nope. Don't forget, that ain't too much of a black man sport. But we get our own ice skates when the lake freeze over. We had it where we would play hockey.
Hockey on the lake, sure did. What's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, we still here play hockey and everything on the ice. We were raised right. It was in a community. That's what a community was.
We was raised right.
We had to respect the women and the young girls and the men.
Now, once we walked out that door, I said, once we left off, we no telling what we might do.
We get in the playground or go back in the woods back there.
Y'all gonna talk to me about Pondo Sasa or what?
Oh my God! You remember the club Pondo Sasa? I was in Pondo Sasa.
Lenny Friday was there. Lenny Friday and Damu Bill.
That's right. We all to the point where I was ready to go rob a bank. Shit, look. They didn't rob them, but we would get that milk thing going. You can cut that part out. But it's just not the point. They had me, I mean, it was
Yo, talk to me about Don. Talk to me about Damu. I remember Damu used to teach us martial arts.
Well, he taught us martial arts. Yeah. But he was a Panzer. He was a black national. And he was in the Nation of Islam.
He was big enough to keep everybody there.
But he was a good leader. You know what I mean?
He was a big.
We all learned from him, had respect for him because you know what? He had a heart for the community. It wasn't about him being tough. You know what I mean? He just had a love for the community. You know what I mean? So he taught in the community. Wherever he learned, he brought it right back here and put the brothers and sisters here. Everybody loves him. All the sisters and brothers love him. Even the mothers and the fathers love him. You know what I mean?
I got one thing to say. Earlier I said about had me ready to rob a bank. Yeah, my head was screwed. I ain't seen it screwed up, but I was down against Saudi and the way things was. How the black community was oppressed, where you couldn't get a job, but you weren't making but minimum wages. Hell yeah, I thought about doing it.
Yeah,
now I'm clarifying everything. Okay,
that's the truth.
I never did it, but the thing is, hell yeah, entertainment is difficult because I was tired of seeing my mother goddamn struggling.
Yeah, well, that's the same. But see, that's why I try to tell one of my older cousins. He keeps talking me to death about young people involved in crime. I said, well, it was rough for you growing up, for your household. You got involved in stuff that got you in trouble, but it was just an economic problem. You were just trying to feed yourself and survive. So you got to understand. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought
feed themselves too.
Right.
But just every we're bearing the blood under how you say not knowing how to protect themselves.
Right. That's it.
But they're gonna learn that too. But it's taking a while. But I think they gotta raise a little bit of hell to maybe wake the community up too. So we need to be woke up because we sleep. You know, we think everything all right. It ain't all right. If it was all right, then why these guys the gangs become violent? See, the gangs we had gangs we was coming down, but they weren't violent gangs. Some people more like you was like that, but shit go off, we go off on it. But most of them were social clubs. You know what I mean?
But like I said, you come the wrong way, yeah, you was gonna get your ass whooped. We never went out there trying to provoke anything. Went in the streets to do anything.
We didn't take lives. You know what I mean? We would get a good ass whooping there. Ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah, I was Condo Sasa.
Yeah, that means action there.
That's it.
Yeah, but we did what they did was in Condo Sasa, they opened a place called a New Well. It was the first drug center in Morristown.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
We're helping people come up to pick up the drugs, stuff like that. But for the young people that was in the high school, it was a way for them to come up there and learn black history.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So every day after school, they went to New Well, and they set up in there classes on African culture. Now it's stuff. And we started learning Swahili too.
I wasn't too good at that.
But he learned Palo Santo. That's why he let me down in there. You know what I mean?
So talk to me about the boxers back then. I know everybody in Marshall, all the brothers always loved boxing.
Well, Frank Osborne was one of them, and Frank Osborne and Norman Merrill, they basically were professional boxers.
Right.
And the thing is, you gotta remember, back then, it was very rare for somebody to even have a gun. And if you even carried a knife, it was very rare. It was about going upside somebody's head with your fist, so you had
shoot a fair one. We would say, come on, let's shoot a fair one.
Just shoot a fair one. And the thing is, you fought now, it happened within the community fighting. You fought that joker today, the next day, y'all was either eating breakfast or lunch together.
Oh, you was back in the back drinking some wine together.
Y'all was drinking wine and doing something. Nothing lingered. There was no grudge as hell. Understand what I'm saying? Because that was just our street justice.
And nobody would let nobody like really just beat you down.
No, they would stop you. You know, when it got to
okay, man, don't get carried away.
They see somebody was getting beat down. It was like, that's enough. That proved your point. But we had some good boxers here. We had Hassan, who was about a year or two younger than me. He had a boxing club right up the street from where this interview was taking place. And it was more than just a club for boxing. It was a club for younger black kids to have somewhere to go instead of just going to the neighborhood house, which was right next door to where he had his club.
Well, we had Bobby Tucker.
We had Bobby Tucker, who
he was teaching boxing.
He taught boxing. But as we stated earlier,
Joe Lyle, Billy Mason.
But
there's a struggle marrow.
it's the talent. People have talent. People of our color have talent. It's just putting in time to learn.
The name No. Remember No?
No.
Yes. All those guys were boxers.
That's it. They were boxers.
They were boxers. But they tore it up.
You knew not to mess with them cats. You knew not to mess with them, and that was it. But they would never exert their talents on you because they were.
Come down the playground, I bring the gloves down and headpiece and you can box down here like a box.
We was boxing. Right here. Take the camera and point it over there. That's where we used to box. Right over here between them two trees.
We used to box almost every day.
Yeah, we would box down there.
Every day I got boxing.
We would box right between there. That's it. We were started over there and like at the lake, but we couldn't do it over there. Because over here, so we were able to right over by here, by the lake, by the lake. And then, like I said, if we had a bad rain and there was flood over there, by being sand, it would take forever, then it was never the same. Then we put it over here. I'll show you something. But yes, sir, it's like I keep saying, every black person, not just in this community, I'm talking about in the United States, worldwide, they have the gift to do anything as long as somebody puts time in with them. They can do anything. We can excel at anything. There was one brother, Norman Jones. God rest his soul. Norman Jones on anything. He went to one track, he went even on the track team and ran a 100-yard dash and beat everybody alongside him. With shoes on. He could do that. He could sing.
Freshman year,
he could box.
He was freshman year. He won the state. He won the state in the freshman year.
Like I said,
Carter Mulvey was another good athlete. We go over athletes over.
That's it.
Scooter King went on the TV station.
Yeah.
Name of that TV station.
I can't remember, but he could
Singing and dancing.
Dance. He could do anything. Like I said, anybody can do any damn thing if they put their mind to it. And I'm not saying just devote yourself, because you have to have an outside life. But you get around the right people. Okay? I don't what the hell is this? I don't want to hear it. But we tell them the truth. It's back in the winter time.
I mean, you know how we thought me and him go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We could go to New York. That's everything with me all the time.
That's it. Every weekend we just at 70.
He wasn't even older than that. Nigga over there with us.
Yeah. But my mother was cool with it.
Because we didn't go nowhere doing some crazy. We was over here learning stuff. You know what I mean?
And you don't see the fast life. You know? But we would go to New York every Saturday and eat. We go to the beef and brew, have our steak, buy everything. But the thing is, like I said, it has to be somebody who shows a younger person the way to go. Because if you don't, he's going to be lost. He's going to definitely be lost.
He's going to in that neighborhood.
Know where to go. And then when he does go bad, everybody's going to look at him as a bad seed.
They're going to say, here they go.
He's bad. He's that bad kid. Take the time with that bad kid and show him something different. It don't take much.
You know the funny thing was, though? People would say, oh, he's bad. So then you see somebody's mother or father, you used to call, keep him for a minute. And he go right over to them. Tom was a cucumber. There was always was somebody in the neighborhood that would reach out for you.
That's
I don't care
who you were.
You'd be surprised who it would be, but they would reach out for the kids in the community.
And
even for the older people, they reach out.
It would be somebody who you would least expect, but those people to calm that one kid down. It wouldn't have to be family. It could be somebody.
They ain't need no goddamn Phosine or no medication or no ADHD shit.
They ain't need no Ritalin and all that. All they needed was somebody to show them love.
That that person could
Show
look
them
at
a
them
little
and
bit
see
of
that
love.
love in that person.
That's it.
That was it.
That's it. Love is a miracle drug.
It is.
It's a miracle drug. Because half these kids who have put on half these medications years ago, they messed up more today than what they was before they started. Because the thing is, a lot of times people ain't take time with the kids. That's it.
Well, I'm glad I got y'all. That was more than an hour.
Appreciate the time, my brother.
And I want to get y'all again because it's going to be, this documentary going to be several parts. So
Okay.
I'll get y'all again. It's good to see you, Paul.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Ted.
I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Okay, Black Power.
Headstrong, so great, figure like innate, and like the one true God, I am great. We'll see. We'll see. I am your strength when you are weak. I'll be your one for I am he. We will see.